Last time we were in the middle of self-test 14-1. Does this sound right? Were we on C or were we on D? I think we were in D.
Yeah, I think D.
And did we do a couple of D? I remember they didn't give us any answers. Because this can be done a variety of ways, right? Are there questions on D? Remember that the I means incomplete. Is that true? And the C means complete. Right. All right. On we go to letter E. Analyze the chords in this figured bass using lead sheet symbols. Go Jazzers! And Roman numeral numbers. Go classical kids! We got everyone covered now. Then make two harmonizations, one for soprano, alto, bass, chorus, and one for SATB. So we're just going to do SATB. How about that? What key are we in?
A flat major.
A flat major. Oops, I didn't want to put that there. I wanted to put it here. Okay, are we cool with this? Are we all in agreement with what I just did really quick? It's easy now, isn't it? Remember how hard it used to be? You're like, oh my goodness, what is this? Let's get the chart out. Should be getting faster, yes? All right. If I'm in the key of A flat and I have an F and no Arabic numbers, that should mean a 6, yes? If I have a G and a 6, that means my root is a third below that, which is E flat, which means this is a 1. True?
Wouldn't it be a 5?
Yeah, you're right. They're both 5s. 5, 5, 1. All right, what's this one?
2.
Good. Acting as a predominant, right? Questions, comments, concerns? Friends with questions? Don't mind the scooter going through my house.
Where is this?
This is on self-test 14-1, letter E. So there's going to be something remarkably similar to it in your textbook, yeah? Or in your workbook? All right, so now we're supposed to add SATB, right? What do you want to do?
Start with third.
Okay, where are you going to put it?
Soprano.
You want a third in the soprano? Oops. Ooh, interesting. We've never heard that happening. I have a few people I'd like to give that to. Okay, you said the third and soprano. Why did you say the third and soprano? I like it, but why?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's not one of our rules. Okay, cool. What else? If we do that, we're going to have to do this, right? So we can do this. Stupid Zoom. With me? All right, next chord.
Maybe the B in the soprano.
Okay. I need a G and a D flat if I'm going to have a complete chord.
You can put the D flat in the tenor.
Okay. Put the G here.
Yeah.
All right. Sixth chord. I need an F, an A flat, a C. I've got my F.
Can you go back to the C in the soprano?
Ooh, we could. Okay, if we do that, what else are we going to do? Where are you going to go to A flat? And what are you going to do with your tenor?
The tenor can jump to the A flat.
Okay, what are you going to do with the altos?
Could you double the root in the altos?
So F?
Yeah.
yeah, that could work. I like what the book did better. Do you want to know what the book did?
Show us.
They step down.
The book shared an A flat. Is that what you're talking about, Pete? Yeah. And then the tenor went to the next available chord tone, which is right there, the C. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that better.
Because we are going to be going back up now. Personally, I find these a lot easier to do if I'm at a piano. Because I can hear what's good and not good voice leading. Yeah? Everybody seems zombified this morning. Is everyone okay with that? We can stay on the E flat. All right, 2-6. What are we going to do? We need a B flat and an F in there somewhere. We need to make sure the melody has a wide enough range. All right, so you want to go up to the D flat? That way you'll get a
we also
focal
need
point.
a focal point. Yeah.
All right. We need an F and a B flat. The F seems to be logical choice for the tenors. Altos can stay on their B flat. Yeah? Okay, 1-6-4. How about doing that with our soprano? We get our focal point and we end on Do. Whoa. Stay on our E flat. Then go to our D flat because we need our 7th. do that. Oh well. That's not right. Is that right? It is right. Everyone see what we did? This is going to be remarkably similar. To page 118. You only have one in the book, not two like here. So that's nice. Moving on. Questions, comments, concerns? Clearing the screen. All right. They want us to analyze harmonies from the given soprano bass framework and then make a 4-part version with embellishments and add at least one root position dominant 7th chord. Fairly straightforward, yeah? What key are we in?
G major.
Yeah, what a weird starting note, huh? So our root position our root position 5/7 is going to go right here, yeah? I guess you could put it here, couldn't you? Thoughts?
And chord next to it would be then a 1/6, right?
Which one?
The B and the D. We put the 5/7 there.
I'm lost. Oh, here?
Yeah.
You're saying it's a 5/7?
It'd be a. It would be a one. I'm sorry, a 1/6.
A 1/6.
Has the fives in front of it. Isn't that one of the rules?
A 1 can follow a 5, but doesn't have to. Yeah. I hate it when the book does this. So what the book's done is they've taken a piece of Bach and they've stripped it down and given us this. So the answer that they've given is a piece by Bach. And they actually put an asterisk there. And they said most listeners would expect a 1-6 here. But Bach goes to a 3 here. And it surprises everybody. So it's like they set us up for failure, you know? But we could probably do a 1-6, couldn't we? We can just say, poo to you, book, and do whatever we want.
Needs to be major, right?
Yeah. All right, this chord's got to be what?
Two?
Yep. The next chord's got to be... I guess we have a couple options. What could they be?
It could be a 7.
Could be a 7. What else could it be? Yeah, you're right. It could be a 5-6. The 5-6 works with the 2 acting as a predominant, yeah? Okay, here we have an E and a B. How about a 6? Does a 6 chord work there? I suppose we could call it a 4 chord with a non-chord tone. They've embellished the snot out of it. Well, Bach did, and they just analyzed it. So what Bach did is he went from a 6 to a 4. I'm just going to fast forward and take you right to what Bach did. How about that? On page 600. That is not 600. That is not Appendix D. Nice try. Sorry. Oh boy. We got forever to go.
Can't you search a page?
Maybe. Whoa. There's your answer. What happens if we put a 1 in instead of that 3 that we wanted to? It's only one note different, right? Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Embellishing stripped down Bach just doesn't seem like fun for me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes self-test 14.1. Where did we go? Where did my checkpoint go? There we go. Okay, in your workbook, we decided we're doing everything so far, 105 through 107 we talked about. Let's look at page 108. Can we axe line 1 of letter E on page 108? So we're just going to do number 2 on number E, on letter E, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do F. Over on page 109. Oh my gosh, this is so long. Can we only pick 1 from G? Just do 1 from G? Are we okay with axing the other 2? I'm going to axe page 110. I mean, if you want to do it for creativity's sake, go ahead and set your text for a 4-part chorus, choosing your poem or headline from a newspaper or anything. But I'm just going to just say no. Somebody wanted this updated in the assignment. Let me work on that. This is chapter 14 workbook. Edit. Skipping page 110. Do 1 from page 109.
Or that one
E.
from E.
Page 108. Only do number 2, not number 1. We okay with that? We're going to skip page 111 as well. And 112. Cool. So that's everything for the first half of the chapter for self-test 14.1. Okay? Let's hop back in and look at the material for 14-2, which is another whole workbook assignment in its own. Doesn't look to be quite as bad. But we might be doing some axing. All right, cool. We're all right with that? Nobody's sad? Nobody's going to say, the instructor inspires me to do my best work. Strongly disagree. He cut half of our 14-chapter workbook assignment. Here we go. Is this where we are? The inverted 5-7 chord. The inversions of the dominant 7th chord are actually easier to handle than root position 5-7. However, no inversion of the dominant 7th should be considered to be a possible substitution for the root position dominant 7th at an important cadence. Does everybody get that? There's nothing stronger than that dominant 7th going to 1 from a root position dominant 7th is what they're saying. So nothing stronger than that. Don't mess with that. At a cadence, don't get cute. I think is what it's trying to say. All right, the voice leading principles followed by composers in the resolution of inverted dominant 7ths are the following. The third of the chord, which is scale degree 7, our leading tone, resolves up by step to scale degree 1 or do. T goes to do. The 7th of the chord, which is scale degree 4, which we call fa, resolves down to scale degree 3, which we call mi. You'll notice that that's a tritone. Our tritone resolves out to a 6th. The other members of the dominant 7th have greater freedom, but they generally move by step, scale degree 2 to 1, re to do, or are retained sol, sol. You will recall that the symbols used to indicate inverted 7th chords are as follows. In first inversion, we use 6-5. The third is in the bass. 4-3 is second inversion. The 5th is in the bass. And 4-2 or just 2. Third inversion, 7th is in the bass. Questions, comments, concerns on that? That's a review. That's a refresher. Everyone's cool with that? If not, let me know. I'm happy to do it again. Dun, dun, dun. Hearing nothing, seeing nothing. Moving on. All right, so now we're going to specifically talk about the first inversion of the dominant 7th. And the voice leading that goes with it. If we are in 4 parts, versus if we are in 3 parts. In practice, the first inversion dominant 7th chord is often used in a relatively weak position in the phrase. Example 14-20 is typical, with the first inversion dominant chord prolonging the tonic area by harmonizing an F5 that is essentially a harmonized passing tone in the melody. That was a mouthful. Do you like my dramatic emphasis on that? I really tried hard. We're going to break that down because that was a bunch of blah, 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 blah. The root position 5 that ends the passage has a much stronger effect than the first inversion dominant 7th chord. The circled Roman numerals draw attention to the main 1-5 progression.
Example
Do you hear it?
1420.
One more time.
Example 1420.
All right, so what they were saying is we've got this first inversion dominant 7th chord, which is just kind of acting as delay, delay, delay. It's not letting us go anywhere. It's prolonging the tonic that we had in the measure before. And it's just acting as a passing tone. And that's just kind of the effect it has. And we're back to tonic. So their lovely textural reduction below. So it's not really functioning, doing much. It's just kind of fluff to make it longer. Are we all right with that? Cool. Here we are going to discuss the dominant 7th in second inversion. The second inversion dominant 7th is often used in a fashion similar to that of the passing 5-6-4 chord to harmonize re, scale degree 2, in a do, re, mi, or mi, re, do bass line. The dominant 7th chord in second inversion is seldom used in 3-part textures, the 5-6-4 or the 7 diminished 6 being used instead. Example 14-21 summarizes the treatment of the dominant 7th chord in second inversion in 4 parts. In example 14-21C, the 7th of the dominant 7th and second inversion moves up to scale degree 5, one of the few situations in which composers sometimes frustrated the normal resolution of the 7th, probably to create the parallel tenths. The unequal fifths seen between the soprano and alto are also acceptable. So they've given us 3 examples. We're in E flat major. So, again, it's just kind of used as a passing through chord. All right, that was A. Here's B. We're going the opposite way. It's that Beethoven example that we've listened to 6 times in the text almost. And then example C is doing the same thing, but the sopranos get a better note. So we get this 10th thing going on in the outer voices. Do you see what they're talking about, though, with the frustrated leading tone? Where does that happen? Did I read that wrong? I think I read that wrong. In example 14-21C, the 7th of the 5-4-3. Instead of fa going to mi, fa goes to sol. Mi, fa, sol. And they're saying that's okay because we have parallel tenths. Otherwise, we're going to have a parallel octave too, right? The unequal fifths seen between the soprano and the alto, which is nasty sounding by itself, is acceptable. Because we basically have other voices saving the day, like we have before, right? Are we okay with that? So again, the dominant seventh and second inversion, just passing through, 3 blind mice. All right, Mozart horn concerto contains a 1-5-4-3-1-6 progression with an ascending seventh in the horn and violin one part. The dominant seventh and first inversion and the dominant seventh and second inversion both prolong the tonic area in what is really an embellished 1-2-6-5 progression. Let's see if we can hear that.
Example 14-22.
Beautiful. I love this one. It's a good one. Does everybody hear it? One more time.
Example 14-22.
Are we all right with that? So, another just passing through moment. Questions? And now we go to the dominant seventh chord in third inversion. Because of the downward resolution of the seventh, the dominant seventh in third inversion is almost always followed by a 1-6. The dominant seventh and third inversion is often preceded by a 1-6 or by some form of a 4 or 2 chord. But it may also be preceded by a passing 1-6-4 or a cadential 1-6-4 chord. So here we are in G major. Well, that was fun. Just stepping off one note and right back. That was A. Here's B. is C. So again, kind of uses a passing chord, yeah? A less conventional but certainly effective treatment of the upper voices is seen in example 14-24, in which the fifth of the dominant seventh chord and second and third inversion leaps to the fifth of the 1/6 chord.
Example 1424.
Way to go, Schroeder. That's a Schroeder song right there. Okay, so what happened was the fifth of the chord and it leaps up composers use it all the time, but they're saying it's less conventional. So there you go. There's a nice example of another dominant seventh in third inversion. This brings us to self-test 14-2. What? We're already there in one day? We got to slow down. We're going too fast. All right, here we go. Notate the specified chords. Use accidentals instead of key signatures. C major. That is going to leave us with a GBDF. Is this true? According to my charty chart. First inversion is going to put what in the bass?
B in the bass.
B in the bass. BDFG. Little Chopin there for you. All right, E minor, 5-4-3. Dominant of E is
B.
B. So we have B, D sharp, F sharp, A. Is that true? Ethan Spikes, I'm not sure what you're talking about in the chat. I'm a little confused. I think you have the wrong notes. Okay. So we have B, D sharp, F sharp, A, And because we're in 5/4/3, that means the fifth is in the bass. Is this a true story? So we have F sharp, A, B, D sharp. Is this true? Does everyone see how to do letter A? This should be really easy, especially with the charty chart, yes? Moving on. We don't need to do all 8 examples, do we? Or do we? Can I clear my screen? B, comment on the resolution of the leading tone and both the approach to and the resolution of the 7th in the following examples. Oh no. We have to click on links. There's no way back. All right, we're looking at self-test 4.2, C.1, the 5/4/2 on page 64. Wish us luck. What? I'm not seeing. Oh, C1, the 5/4/2. This is going to require a book. I can already tell. All right, let's listen to this lovely example by Bach.
Self-test. 4/2 C1.
One more time.
Self-test. 4/2 C1.
Okay, we are in A major, and they want us to find the 5/4/2. So if we are in A major, my 5 is going to be E, G sharp, B, and D, am I right? And if we're looking for 4/2, the D is going to be on the bottom. So I need to find a D, an E, a G sharp, and a B. Would this be it right here? D, E, G sharp, and B. So we are supposed to comment on both the approach and the resolution of that chord. Let's listen to it again.
Self-test. 4/2 C1.
All right, somebody comment.
The D's moving down to the C. Fa's going to Mi.
In the bass is what you're saying. Fa's going to me in the bass. Okay. I feel like they're going to give us a little snippet of information. They are. And the leading tone, Pete, I would add, is the G sharp 3 that moves up to tonic. What they're wanting us to notice is that the 7th of the chord, the D, is approached by suspension figure and resolves down by step to scale degree 3, which is I think what you said, right? But they're wanting you to notice that it's approached by this suspension figure carried over. All right, that was fun. Now with no breadcrumbs, we're supposed to find our way back through the scary forest back to self-test 14.2. And now we're going to comment on C2, looking for a 5-4-3.
Self-test 4-2 C2.
So my dominant 7th is going to be D, F sharp, A, C. Is this true? All right. And we're looking for a 4-3, which puts it in second inversion, which is going to put the A in the bass.
Self-test 4-2 C2.
Is that our chord?
You said 4-3, right? Wouldn't it be an F sharp?
Well, if the D's on the bass, that's our 7. If the F sharp's on the bass, it's going to be 6-5.
I was looking at top down. Mind.
Like a true soprano. All right. So is that the right chord? Did I circle the right chord? All right, so we're looking at the approach and the resolution. Looks like 3 blind mice to me. The tenor line's particularly interesting. They hang out on sol. Is there anything that stands out about this example?
Just passing through.
Just passing through, what they do give us is that the leading tone, the F sharp, resolves up to scale degree 1 like it should. The 7th, which is the C, is approached by a passing tone figure, then resolves down by step to scale degree 3. I hate when they do that because they mix numbers. The 7th of the chord, which is Fa, scale degree 4. That's how they should have said it, in my opinion. Is approached by passing tone figure and resolves down by step Fa to Mi to scale degree 3. All right, that was fun. Questions? Clearing my screen. And we're going to head back to do this one more time. Commenting on the 5-4-2. This time they were nice enough to label it for us.
Example 7-17.
Oh, how cute. Let's listen to that again.
Example 7-17.
Interesting. What do you notice?
There's only 3 notes.
Ah, good. What are we missing?
F?
No, we have F in the left hand, bottom note.
Oh,
So we should have, if we're in C major, we should have G, B, D, F, right? We've got the F, we got the G, we got the D. We are missing the... What? Oh, it's getting to be spring/summer. And it's harder to stay focused and want to do theory and participate and engage. Everybody wants to go outside and suntan. So we
missing
should
the G.
No, the G's here.
I thought it was bass clef.
I thought
Yeah.
that was bass clef the entire time, and I've been like struggling.
What is he talking about? This guy's an idiot. We have no B. We are missing our third. Also, we are approaching with an appoggiatura. And we have another appoggiatura. Now, I want you to notice that we could take those non-chord tone parentheses notes out. But it's not as fun. Right? Yay, passing tones and non-chord tones and NCTs, all that fun stuff. Provides us variety and spice of life. So the book says there's no leading tone in this chord. The 7th, F4, is approached by an appoggiatura figure and resolves down by step to scale degree 3. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Real life examples of 5-4-2 out in the wild? Look at that beauty. Little Steve Irwin right here, you know.
Just gonna go touch it.
Isn't she just gorgeous? All right.
That there is an endangered species. It could kill you with one look.
Whoa! Don't make any sudden movements, mate. It's a 5-4-2 in the wild. All right. Good times. Back we are to part C. Resolve each chord to a tonic triad, except as indicated. Analyze both chords. We are in the key of A minor. We have a G sharp, an E, and a D. Crikey, what kind of a chord is that?
Five, six.
Now, when you said 5-6, you meant to say... So to be clear, our 5 chord would be E, G sharp, B, correct? So a 5-6 would be G sharp, B, and E,
6-5.
which we don't have. Yeah, 6-5 because we got the D. You with me, Pete? Okay. So 5-6-5. And what do we know has to happen here? This note right here is what?
G sharp.
And G sharp in the key of A minor is...
7.
Yeah, it's our leading tone. So we know we have to resolve that to A, or our name is Mud. We have to resolve our leading tone when we're not frustrating our leading tone. Right? You're giving me this look.
I don't understand. Or her name is Mud.
If we do not resolve our leading tone correctly, our name is Mud. We are in trouble. We are in the doghouse. Any of these idioms will work. It is bad news bears if we do not resolve that leading tone correctly. You with me? All right, and then what's going on in soprano? We have D, which in the key of A is what?
4.
Yeah, that's our fa that needs to go to me, yeah? Oh, that was horrible. And what can our altos do? What the altos are good at? Nothing. I mean, going nowhere. Going nowhere is what I meant to say.
I don't know whether that's better or not.
Just stay put. Path of least resistance. Does that work? Did I do it all right? Lovely. Let's do another one. We're in the key of C sharp minor. Sounds like a dominant seventh to me. If we were in the key of C sharp minor, our dominant seventh should be spelled G sharp, B sharp, D sharp, F sharp. We've got all that. Ooh, look at the curveball they threw us. They want a deceptive cadence to the major six. That means every tone is moving. There are no common tones. True? What do we got to resolve properly?
Well, the G has to go to A, I'd assume.
All right, you want the G sharp to A. Yeah, because we don't have any Arabic numbers, right? Indicating any inversion. So, yeah, good. Okay. What else do you know?
We need a C and an E first.
This is true. What about resolution, though? Do you know?
B sharp goes to A sharp or A.
If you were to do that, your name would be Mud because you just frustrated the leading tone. And it would sound like this.
Bluesy.
Ah, I like that better, don't you? So our leading tone's got to go T-do. How about that? Does that work? Oh, no, it doesn't. Why doesn't that work? I was going to try to do this. Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
It's a C sharp. No, that would work.
Does that work? The book did something different. Why do they not like this? Ethan, what's wrong with this?
This is awkward voice leading, I think.
Why? There?
You have to like. Wasn't there a thing where like it's better to resolve those tritones outward?
Probably.
Like there's something about there's like the augmented fourths go inward and and then the diminished fifths go outward or something like that. I just remember something about that.
I think you're right. I think it's this fifth thing that they don't like. But you are also
There's that
right.
too.
But this is awkward. So what they
Should
end
go
up
to the
doing.
fifth. I mean the altos should go to the E, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe double the third.
Yep. It's better. All right. We'll pick up here next time. Does that sound okay to everybody? Questions, comments, concerns? Alrighty. We'll see you tomorrow at ear training.
Thanks, Dr. B.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye.